introduction to WA on the Tanami.
I feel very welcome.
So we're feeling very welcome, very welcome. So Tanami Road on the WA border side, not so good. Okay, so we're on the way to Stretch Lagoon. I'm going to be scraping a bit on the trees.
Just be quiet for a second. Plenty of action on the waterhole this morning. It's prolific bird life here. It's been a nice peaceful spot. As you might expect, the mozzies were a bit vicious last night, but only after we put the fire out. The smoke kept them away before that. Anyway, this is a nice spot. Not too far off the Tanami Road, and we found our way here talking to a local Indigenous guy, who drew a map in the sand with his finger. It was a bit adventurous getting here.
I hope I'm going down low enough. Or, I think you're supposed to have your thighs horizontal. Let me see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we've got to do the bounce. Up. Okay. That's it.
some visitors at camp tonight. They're very curious as to what we are. What that big white thing is.
In their paddock.
Oh, they've just started to relax and graze.
And humanoid. It's alright, girl. It's alright. It won't hurt you. You can head through and get your drink. You're okay.
Well, we're almost done the Tanami track. I think we've got about, well, it's called the Tanami Road now. Some of that's fitting, some of that's not. So I think we're about 30 kilometres from the Great Northern Highway now. I wouldn't rush into doing it again. I think the Sprinter seems to feel the corrugations, you know, even though I've been having my tyres up and down like yo-yos really over the course of the last couple of days, or more than a couple of days, the last week. This last section from Billaluna, whatever it is,
We'll get that right.
has been, you know, pretty bad really.
Yeah, it is. We've actually pulled up to camp here for the night just on the road, side of the road.
Or off the
It's
road
actually a nice
a bit.
little spot actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as highlights on the
It's been interesting, and certainly the road on the Territory side was, for the most part, pretty
Right,
good.
yeah.
There was probably 100 k's of it that was rugged, but where the washouts were on the Territory, they would have little warning signs, whereas here, on the WA side, there's quite a few washouts and no warning signs. So you're trying to keep a bit of speed up to stay on top of the corrugations, and then suddenly you'll be confronted with a washout. And I don't mean the odd washout. There's quite a lot of them. So then if you slow down to suit that, then it's, you know, you're bouncing all over the corrugations.
Yeah. So yeah, Tanami Road. I don't know what I'd give it out of 10.
I'm not even going to bother.
It varied too much.
It did,
Yeah.
but it's been quite nice, and obviously not very crowded, which has been good. Last night we stayed at a lagoon or a billabong.
Like.
Anyway, it was really nice. And the night before was a bit of a debacle. There was 2 other vehicles in there when we pulled in, and we found a place that was acceptable, quite good, away from the other people, and then another big crowd came in and basically camped all around us. On top of us, which
put their big strobe light up to light their camp, and got there late and they're talking and shouting at each other, and chainsaws were out.
Yeah, I mean, ridiculous.
Like,
everyone else,
like in the middle of it.
Yeah, I mean, if they'd come there and there wasn't a lot of room there, which if they just camped there and been
there was more room out in the grass if they wanted to. Some of them did end up in the
sort
grass.
of respectful that they were camped on top of someone else, it wouldn't have been so bad, but they weren't, you know. And then we ended up basically moving the van away into the scrub. Yeah, they had this ridiculous light shining into the van, lighting up the trees and everything for.
And their camp kitchen was probably 10 feet away from us.
Yeah, it was really poor form, really poor form.
Anyway, one of the other chaps gave forward about 10:30.
About 10:30, someone from another camp, using some very colourful language, suggested that if they didn't be quiet, he would come over and make them quiet.
And help them to be quiet.
Yeah. And then
then it was quiet.
But you know, in the morning when we left, I told them that, you know, they're just really bad-mannered and selfish. You know, lift their game basically. Yeah. Anyway, that's our
beef.
That's our beef. That goes under our section of people don't be a dick.
People don't be a dick.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is the end of stage 2 really of our trip. I suppose the first stage would be a little bit out into the Simpson, and the second stage being New Haven and the Tanami Road. And really from tomorrow we're basically into the Kimberleys. So whatever tomorrow brings should be good. Just refueled in the town called Halls Creek. Halls Creek has a really bad reputation. Last week they had riots here and they had to rush in another 40 police to try and quell it. Apparently the riot was over something that happened in a football match. If you building fences here, big high fences, would be a pretty profitable thing, I think.
Local. Halls Creek. Going off. Okay, yeah, it does, doesn't it? There was a queue out to the road before at the survey. We're just waiting to get some water after this chap.
Trip. Sorry?
Fine.
It's pretty nice down here.
Oh, come on, just do it. Oh, Jesus.
What was that?
I said, holy Jesus. It's cold. Oh, sorry, God. I have to get to go to do 3 rosaries now.
Our camp spot for tonight, Primo spot. Big red cliffs towering above us. And something we haven't showed you before is the awning, which is a pretty simple arrangement, rather than a Fiamma one, which seems to have too many working and plastic parts to me. This is just a simple roll out canvas we do utilise the Fiamma fittings with an adjustable tent pole, and then we don't need to have those braces there if it's not windy, but there was a little bit of breeze before. Anyway, we can roll it out further than that if we want, or just like that. Beautiful afternoon. We're going for a little walk
Beautiful up here.
up above the gorge.
Correct.
Rugged country up here.
Wow, look at that up there. That is beautiful between the gap, isn't it?
Does. Getting near the end of another day. We almost had the place to ourselves most of the day, but anyway, someone's turned up.
Oh. Yeah, that's all right. There's only 2 here.
It's okay. I thought we would have, you would expect someone would turn up at such a lovely place. I just found myself a big anthill and some eucalyptus.
Smells just like big vapour up, so it's very good. I'm crushing it and sniffing it.
Big vapor rub, exactly.
All of us grew up in Australia, and kids, the old Vicks vapor rub. What a childhood staple. Oh, this track looks like it does peter out. It must just be to get to the top.
We'll come over the ridge and you can see the creek.
It's a good sized
Up
creek.
further, it's really good body of water. I know we've been lucky; we've had a good season, but
yeah, well, that's probably because we did have a good season. But yeah, look at that; that's impressive. And then there's a bit of a turnaround spot there.
A land of rugged mountain ranges.
And it's like a bit of a flat area down there. Look, there's some grassland. Oh, no. Our first day in the Kimberleys. It's been a good day.